Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not press the floor. Make God what I seen to make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. Big man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta. I sell out, I sell out Babylon. Yes, stop on the fly. You must throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! You must throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Good morning, Crocodon. Welcome. I know some of you are probably not up yet, but welcome. We told you we were going to be out here a bit earlier this morning because we're coming back for the press conference. Good morning and welcome to Teaching Vogue. We're still at the dimwits of our school principals or school administrators this morning, teaching for fashion rather than teaching knowledge. Teaching fashion rather than teaching knowledge. Good morning and welcome everyone to my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good morning and welcome. We're going to have a go at the schools, the government, and the school administrators this morning because I'm still of the view that they have their priorities wrong. Oh, so wrong. Debbie Jarvis TV, good morning and welcome. Who else is there? Villa, morning. Andrea, morning. Pamela, Miranda, Marcia, good morning. Dolores, good morning. Let me see who is on the tick. Good morning, TikTok Vision, Mel, Sydney, Kevin. Good morning. Why am I back at the principals again? It's because fashion, an emphasis on fashion, will not solve the problem. Bev, morning. An emphasis on fashion will not solve the problem. While the previous and current Minister of Education,
I'm so happy this
and the present Minister of Finance is out promoting the old buses, I think there ought to be the emphasis on the quality education that is required out there. Good morning. Lynette, morning. The quality education that is required, that is what the area they should be placing emphasis in. But no, it's all about Vogue. Let us teach them how to look fashionable and neat rather than be knowledgeable. Merrill, morning. Let us listen to Minister Quack celebrating the buses. And then we'll get on to the schools. The school facility that they're going into some places which is not fit for purpose. For anybody sit down in a 6, 7, 8 hours a day. But they must come well neat and well dressed, and then them come learn in unsanitary environment. Don't really make sense.
I'm so happy this morning to be here on the first day of our school bus system. And it's a rural school bus system, but Minister Vaz, as always, has decided to have some of the buses in the corporate area. So we're here in the Halfway Tree Transport Center, and we have a bus here, a school bus, that's going to be going to Papine, and it's going to be picking up some of our children that are transported from Halfway Tree to Papine. And so it's a really beautiful morning. You know, this has been a long time in the coming, and it is finally here. Children on the bus are so excited, their parents are even more excited. And so we're very happy that this has been done, and I have to take my hat off to Minister Vaz for being able to do this and get this for the children of Jamaica.
Yes, she is the Minister of Education, promoting the old buses and giving Mr. Vaz a hug. But let's go back to Monday morning. What happened to our children when they turn up for school?
It's that time of year again. You might be thinking back to school, but we're specifically talking about students being locked out because of grooming and attire. A concerned parent called our newsroom Monday morning. This is her son's haircut. She says he was barred from entering the school. And at St. James High School, a group of boys gathered outside the school gate. The problem? Haircuts, altered uniform, shoes. The school's chairman says in such cases, parents or guardians are to be contacted and students sent home in their care.
The code stipulates how students are to be attired. And if that code is being breached,
I don't know why my thing is so low this morning.
as to how it is dealt with. Now, locking students out of school is not one of the things that the board agreed with. We have discussed this at length because it's something that occurred quite a few times. I myself had to visit the school on several occasions where students were prevented from entering because of some of these breaches.
It caught the attention of DSP Peter Salke, Zone 3 Commander for St. James.
I have not yet spoken with the administration as to why they have been locked out. I don't know if it has to do with dress code or late. I'm uncertain. Nevertheless, we'll have discussion surrounding this. All in all, other than that, school have been out to a smooth commencement across the parish, based on my understanding this morning.
St. Andrew High School for Girls took the Instagram Sunday with this post. Quote, please be reminded, absolutely no edges, end quote. The caption says, the wearing of edges is...
Okay, so you're aware what we're responding to. Now we're going to move to a video of the condition of classroom first morning back to school. Because they said they're not just good enough. They don't have on the right trinkets. Where on earth is this video? Hold on. Then don't have on the right trinkets. So they have to go home. Where is this classroom video? Right, let's move to the classroom that these well-dressed, well-groomed children. Look at the classroom that we are providing for our well-groomed children.
Passing your jumble up. See where you sit or see where you sit there. For your grade 7 at a high school. Grade 7 at a high school. I have to say all that they should do in the one of the hand. So what that they're supposed to be? That's supposed to be something you can write on. You look so. Put it on top of the desk. This is supposed to be in our classroom. You put on the phone on it, I go slide up. I must be playing marble pan. Because what is this? Good morning. You're a teacher here? I'm not pleased at the classroom then. I want to show you this one. Put it on the desk. And somebody drop out. But they said not even one fan. The classroom them couldn't sweep out and pop out. No, sweep. No, not sweep. Yes, look here. I'm going to show you something. And you wash out too? No, you don't wash out, sir. Nobody take up for them. Look here, sir. Okay. This no sweep and this no map. No, man. I'm disappointed. No fun? Don't have put more? So how do you operate in a classroom like this with no fun? It's gonna be, it's more than difficult. And even if this one is working, why it's not spinning? So when the student come back, the classroom can be cool. This is a major concern. 7K. Yes, sir. This company stays from now. Titchfield High School up in Portland. The Titchfield High School. Hell no. When you hear about Titchfield High School, me a come to say, yeah. Because them say Titchfield like a top school in Portland, right? So, me expect to see a bit of, you understand? You hear the man say, this classroom sweep and map. So how me afraid me go wipe my finger up on the floor and say, oh, if this did map and sweep, we could have taken up so much dust. But then I was...
All right. You see the condition of the classroom. Now we're going to move to a recent video coming out of, I think, St. Thomas. Because they're there.
Was our TVJ's correspondent.
The emphasis is on grooming. What about sanitation? Sanitation don't come into it at all for these school administrators.
Was our TVJ's correspondent Courtney Morgan from Manchester. School resumed Tuesday after disgruntled parents staged a protest at the Middleton Primary School in St. Thomas Monday over what the state of the school. A meeting is scheduled for Thursday to address the issues. Karen Simpson reports.
Padlocks and chains greeted students at the Middleton Primary School in St. Thomas on the first day of the new school year Monday. The police and firefighters were called to intervene after students were barred from entering the compound. The reason? Unsanitary conditions, among other issues.
The staff bathroom is running, and we have a lot of small children here. The pit needs to be covered. It is open, and as you can see, small children are coming here. That's my concern.
Sometimes the one bathroom I use, so the boys and girls have to be using the one bathroom.
But that's not their only concern.
We need teachers. Every year, we don't have a grade 1 teacher or a grade 2 teacher. Sometimes the teachers them have to be teaching 2 classrooms.
And security is also a concern at the institution. President of the Parent Teacher Association, Donna Campbell, says money was obtained through fundraising to erect a perimeter fence, but nothing was done.
The ballroom again, if the place is open, I am the one who go out, collect money and bring everything. Give her money for fence up. There is no fence in one. So she got to tell me where's the money, where's all those money gone.
The parents are calling for the issues to be urgently addressed.
You cannot work my school. We have long holiday. You can't work my school like this without no picking already. The principal is supposed to look at them things there. You see me? It don't benefit no good for the picking them, brother. We don't want to lock down the school because the school just a build up back. They mash it up already and we are trying to build it back. So it don't make no sense, brother. They mash down the school again. I want justice. I want a real thing to deal with the school. I want the best primary school was. Some of them wanted to reach back to square one. We ask them, please, to come look. If you come look.
A meeting is scheduled between school administrators and the relevant stakeholders Thursday to address the issues. Carrie Simpson, TVJ News.
When I saw this video this morning or over last night, it sparked anger and rage in me. Like, literally. Anger and rage that there's deep in public health concerns in our schools, and these teachers who went to school to learn clothing and textile. Going to play the video again because some of you may not understand what was just said in this video, particularly labor rights. This is the government that just run around the country, use millions of taxpayers' money to buy votes. Yes, this very government, with the Minister of Education and the Minister of Finance assisting them. A school open Monday morning after the government delays school opening 1 week. School open Monday morning. Classroom dirty. They not have toilet. But them fi come just like Mother Teresa and St. Paul. Them fi come attire like Mother Teresa and St. Paul. And honor what fi shit. Nah piss. And sit down in a dust. And hot classroom. In a ankle and gabardine. And you all are talking about hairstyle and belt buckle and all sort of fuckery. Play the video again. Make them see what vote choose Jamaica mean. Choose Jamaica. Choose Jamaica.
Was our TVJ's correspondent Courtney Morgan from Manchester. School resumed Tuesday after disgruntled parents staged a protest at the Middleton Primary School in St. Thomas Monday over what the state of the school. A meeting is scheduled for Thursday to address the issues. Karen Simpson reports.
Padlocks and chains greeted students at the Middleton Primary School in St. Thomas on the first day of the new school year Monday. The police and firefighters were called to intervene after students were barred from entering the compound. The reason? Unsanitary conditions, among other issues.
The staff bathroom is running, and we have a lot of small children here. The pit needs to be covered. It is open, and as you can see, small children are coming here. That's my concern.
Sometimes the one bathroom I use, so the boys and girls have to be using the one bathroom.
But that's not their only concern.
We need teachers. Every year, we don't have a grade 1 teacher or a grade 2 teacher. Sometimes the teachers them have to be teaching 2 classrooms.
And security is also a concern at the institution. President of the Parent Teacher Association, Donna Campbell, says money was obtained through fundraising to erect a perimeter fence, but nothing was done.
The ballroom again, if the place is open, I am the one who go out, collect money and bring everything. Give her money for fence up. There is no fence in one. So she got to tell me where's the money, where's all those money gone.
The parents are calling for the issues to be urgently addressed.
You cannot work my school. We have long holiday. You can't work my school like this. Without no pit already. The principal is supposed to look on them things there. You see me? It don't benefit no good for the pit them, brother. We don't want to lock down the school because the school just a build up back. They mash it up already and we are trying to build it back. So it don't make no sense, brother. They mash down the school again and want justice. Want a real thing to deal with the school. And one of the best primary school was. Some of them wanted to reach back to square one. We asked them, please, to come look. Who to come look.
A meeting is scheduled between school administrators and the relevant stakeholders Thursday to address the issues. Carrie Simpson, TVJ News.
Yes, choose Jamaica. That's what you get when you choose Jamaica. I'm pretty sure last Wednesday, this school was also a polling station. I'm almost sure of that last Wednesday, this school was also a polling station. This government went around the country in the last month, spending millions of taxpayers' money buying vote in order to secure power. And then you have school administrators who are teaching to fail. All of these are deliberate, you know. Them something on an accident. They're teaching your children to become members of gangs. They're not teaching them to excel or achieve. It is why they could shift their focus from the dismal educational facility, the breakdown in teaching and discipline standards in school, the brain drain because teachers are not being paid, so them not staying at the country, so the few where you have left, them are represent something else. All these are deliberate. And then everybody over social media criticizing these children. Children must follow rules. You want them to follow rules to use the dirty toilet. Is that a part of following the rules? The unisexization which Andrew Holness is introducing, girls and boys using the same bathroom. You want them to follow those rules? You want them to sit down in dirty, dusty, filthy classrooms? You want them to follow those rules? And then you want them to become decent men and women of society? School administrators must come out of children's business and go and teach. They are not teaching. They're looking at fashion while everything around them is breaking down. Look how much money the government used by vote around the country just a couple weeks gone into Wednesday. And look at the condition of schools that children are turning up to, even though they have been turned back because their hair isn't cut to the right length. They have a wrong belt buckle, or a wrong color shoes, or a wrong color socks, or them pants too tight, or them skirt not reach them down at them ankle. These are the bullshit school administrators are focusing on, rather than focus on all of the breakdown around them. Why our children should dress like Mother Teresa and St. Paul to come into a dirty environment where they don't even have proper toilet facility to use? This facade of the system of education, what we turn ourselves into, it's not gonna help us continue to focus on fashion. And that's why I'm going to continue to say we have our priorities wrong. Focusing on fashion and think that's going to solve the problem. The problem is broader than fashion. The problem is a societal problem. The problem is a prime minister where promotes stealing and badmanism and violence, a government that run by corruption and scandal, a government that use public resources for their own personal use, and with hospital and with schools breakdown, teacher can't get adequate remuneration for them work so them can stay and teach with children. Cost of living high, parents can manage, community fall apart, with music get overly violent, social media, film, and everything. Why not can't address them issue there and have just a focus on just a zoom in on fashion? How low your hair is being cut, what design your hair is off, and allow the schools them to run down, and then turn away the children them from the rundown school because they not dress properly enough to come in a dust and smelly contaminated toilets and bathrooms. It make any sense to no? They've got their priorities wrong. These educators, but we have in our school a focus on fashion, them need to go to fashion school, go teach. Knowledge is not their base. So them can't come in an institution which is a knowledge-based institution to come impart fashion. That's not what it is about. So telling our children to follow rule. What rules though? What rules they should follow? Why is it that are them one alone to follow the rules? When government just wastes billions buying votes, and look at what children are going back to. A broken down education system. Education system where they don't have adequate toilet. While we just spend 1.4 billion pound old rotten bus, we find they come in Jamaica, they not stop bleed the public purse dry. After we spend 1.5 billion, 1.4 billion pound them, we have to spend 25 million by attire. We have to retrofit for God knows how much. We have to do mechanical work for God knows how much. And look at the condition of the schools. And your emphasis don't teachers. Because it's a teacher who is failing can shift our focus from where you're introduced to their mind rather than where you're introduced to them for where. That's why we are falling behind. Because our emphasis is not on education, it is on fashion. And this is why the people of East Portland willing to sabotage them, the labor rights of East Portland, willing to sabotage themselves and everybody else. This is why this young man can keep sending out these relentlessly dunce vice note where he has no understanding, and because Andrew Holness full up them head with bare idiotness, them think to say we country belongs to Andrew Holness. Labor rights are of the view that our country belongs to Andrew Holness and who Andrew Holness decide to share with country with. And somebody need to tell them, say, and so. That's why we need to teach civic back in a school, because it is why members of parliament, politicians can use government resources in the constituency and then can't take it apart, dismantle the thing because they've lost the election. Because we are that backwards. Because our teachers are teaching us to focus on fashion rather than governance in society and how our country is being run and what we should expect of politicians. Not how much they should pay us for our votes.
I think that I want to do for Jamaica, not at all. But unlike Uno PMP, we see Miss Varda start with fuckery, we make she knows a look. We need a joking thing. You have to fuckery, we are going to stop vote for you. So you need to come back to the blood clot stage one and go back on the giant board. That's why we carry her down. Because we don't like vote if you have real people around me, I do the right thing. And when we look at Miss Vast come, I do good work, but we find out that in the party she has some little people that do some wrong thing where she needs to clean out, and if we not take her down, she can't sweep out the house. So we take her down so she can't sweep out her house. But they can't tell her this. Letters are right already. Letters are right already. I go to the cleaner. I will go hold Andrew Holness firm to it. You cannot take our taxpaying money and give to Isaac Buchanan. No time at all. No care what work Isaac put him lobby for. If Isaac lobby for your work, we want to see everything in print out. And we want him to get designated time when the work is done. And the money we are going to get, we want to see how it is spent. Isaac can get $1. And when we do that, anything with Isaac do, we are mash you. He must say less for that. So it's PMP things that we are going to sit down and then to the civil take down the bar because we are doing the right thing. We sit in the bar that slack up. And now you know alone we carry that far. We carry to put in better infrastructure so more young youth can get job. And we see shadow so slack up.
Right. Do you realize labor rights are listening to us? Let me tell you why they're listening to us. Murder, She Wrote. In a bid to discredit ISAT win, they are turning around now to say Ann Vaz wasn't performing. She was just there talking about road, which they know Ann Vaz does not have the portfolio or budget to fix roads that she is about. She does not have that. So in a bid to discredit ISAT win, they're saying because Ann Vaz wasn't performing, isn't that what you're getting from him? because Anvaz wasn't performing. We went against her. So Anna still win. I start win. Because Ono two Anvaz aside, because Ono sisse and no say Anvaz not performing. That's why you don't figure out school. Because in a bid to discredit ISAT, Ono expose just what we have been saying. Anvaz not do nothing. Anvaz can account for the $120 million she have received in 6 years in constituency development fund. You all have not benefited from it. So in a bid to discredit ISAT, Uno self come out and admit Anvaz was a failure. And that's why Uno refused to vote for her. But how come Andrew Holness can't find a young man you will keep sending terrorist threats? Andrew Holness. How you can't find this one? With all the trinkets where you have to go after people we aligned to the PNP or we don't support your mess that you are doing in our country. You can't find them easy. How come nobody can find this one? We keep sending out these terrorist threats of how he's going to terrorize the community of East Portland. No hear about it. Nobody know advice.
I want to do for Jamaica, not at all. But unlike Uno PMP, we see Miss Bada start to fuck with, we make sure knows a look. We need a joking thing. You have to fuck with, we have to stop the vote for you. So you need to come back to the blood class stage one and go back on the giant board. That's why we carry her down. Because we don't like that. But we have real people around me. I do the right thing. And when we look at Miss Vast come, she do good work. But we find out that in the party, she has some little people that do some wrong things. Where she needs to clean out. And if we don't take her down, she can't sweep out the house. So we take her down so she can't sweep out her house. But they can't tell her this. Letters are right already. Letters are right already. I go to the cleaner. I will go hold and do all this firm to it. You cannot take over taxpaying money and give to Isaac Buchanan. No time at all. No care what work Isaac put him lobby for. If Isaac lobby for your work, we want to see everything in print out. And we want him to get designated time when the work is done. And the money we are going to get, we want to see how it is spent. Isaac can get $1. And when we do that, anything with Isaac do, we are mash you. He must say less Portland. So it's PNP things that we are going to sit down and then to the we take down Midbar because we are doing the right thing. Because we see Midbar that slack up and a load and load we carry that. Send it
to me, Judy. Send the number on screen there.
And we see shadow to look at slack up things that PNP used to do. So we take her down. We will never do. Let me tell you that, Mr. Bo. That's the difference in we are PNP. Because your man go look for him and go vote for PNP in 2025. We don't have no ambition. Because PNP carry Jamaica out of the 90s. And the Uncle Tino Bombo Clark man can't say. They was a government worker, they get double money. No more. No, not all. No foundation. Jamaica gonna have under the People's National Party. Me watch world news yesterday morning. I will world news. The economy. The analysts say Jamaica have grown significant 100% underneath the Jamaica Labour Party. Grown 100% away from when they were under the present party. And then glad to realize that Jamaica know what is growth and stability because only the Jamaica Labour Party is equivalent to Jamaica. But we see this bar that scratch, so we take her down. So if I that feel like you win, so the Jamaica start mistake. If you know my shop, all by night the PNP has this bundle. I that can come in a few years. I'm a matter of fact, if he not all when she has to win a constituency, we are going to bring him down. We are going to make him look like fools. They could have lied some more. Tell him that
okay, I'll check.
We are going to make that look like fool and not care when lobby for. He can lobby some more, but he must come with everything. But that the only way we are going to allow free government to give no money. He must come with everything from pencil to the key. And when we give them money, we want to know that everything I come back. We are saying I get report everything and everything daily. There's nothing I go because we are going to stand up in East Portland and make them know that and Donald and Bloomfield and so the money tea. And anytime we see either start over the free money on a parish country, we are going to video it and send it on social media. Because that's about when next time we want to give them the free money, we are going to video them because then they think the corruption there. We know why we can't come back to East Portland.
Them something you call touching up dunceness in Jamaica. You see why we can't get anywhere with the education system where we have? Touching up dunceness, Andrew Holness control the Jamaica public purse. And a labor rights alone entitled from the public purse. This is why we need to stop focus on fashion and focus on education. Because when you listen to labor rights, you wonder if some of our principals across our school are labor rights. Why them a behave so? They have no focus on education. It's all about fashion. No focus at all on education. And they are quite happy to bring themselves down in order so them politicians, where thief from them can reign supreme over them. So una sister Anvaz never do nothing. Why not never change Anvaz before the general election? Marcia B. Rowe, welcome. Morning to the cockpit country. Why una never change Anvaz before the general election? Because una know so una not happy with her. But this is how you know people cannot contain their anger, because in the middle of discrediting ISAT win, you all are admitting what we've been saying. Anvaz has done nothing. Going around and dancing about roads was an absolute facade, because Anvaz don't have budget. Jamrock, how you do? Blessed woman. Anvaz don't have budget nor portfolio for fix road where she walk and fool the whole of Portland boat. So, all right, let me ask another question. Uno know say uno go against her, Zeets, how you do, Judy, because she never perform. He goes by the name of Rowan Williams. Uno know say she never perform. That's why uno go against her. So what the wallering in a dot over? Sharon Bernard, morning. What the wallering in a dot over? Can no admit say she never do nothing, and I make uno put her aside and never vote for her. If uno never vote for her, she a go lose. Don't? So why uno walk on a walla in a mud now over ISAT win? Why if uno behave, Renice Nicholson, how you do? Why if uno behave so hypocritical now? Why uno never just then go there hypocritically and vote for her? Even uno hypocrisy uno don't understand how to use. It's to tell uno how uno dunce. We need a refocus on education. Stop focus on fashion, school administrators. It's really not going to do the job of getting back to anywhere we were or where we ought to be. Because we shift focus and a focus on the length of skirt, the size of pants, what type of belt buckle, the length of your hair, the style of your hair, rather than the dismal classrooms that them are coming at, the unsanitary toilet facilities where them have to bear with a school. And never mind, sometimes teachers fingering them. Those are the things we need to focus on and stop the bullshit about fashion, because we're not getting anywhere with that. You keep doing it year in, year out. School administrator, unless it's on a daft. Cherry McCarthy. Winifred, morning. Unless it's on a daft. When keep doing the same old again. When these two, Minister of Education and Minister of Finance, out promoting the old boss them, Norman Ferguson, we out for drive with pocket fan and coming out the country. They should be making sure school have the adequate resources ready for September morning. But September morning, them buck up in a dirty school. Them buck up in a unsanitary toilet. And still, the emphasis is on how fashionable the children look. We're also on the wrong path, Jamaica. We are also on the wrong path. We're never going to get to where we are to get to with an emphasis on fashion. Leave the children them alone. Set good example for them. Give them good facility to learn in. Give them adequate resources so they can learn. Make sure their environment are sanitary enough. The mindset have a lot to do with education. You can't have them in those unhappy, unsanitary environment with lack of resources and a lot of the time lack of teachers and expect them to function top form. We are going so backwards. We need to refocus with teachers them and tell them, leave the fashion alone. Never that you go to school for. If you want to teach fashion, find a fashion college. Or go hard, go teach clothing and textile. But the academics is not for you. If fashion is your priority, the academics is really not for you. And this is why sometimes when you hear the labor rights, them talk out there, you have to hold your face and say, Jesus, Jesus. Oh, not again. Did they really say that? Oh my God, don't they know that someone's listening? We need Jamaica, you have thrown. Oh, no, nothing good, you know. Mark Golden come with a housing policy, a land distribution policy, a tax threshold policy that would help a broad swathe of Jamaicans, a housing policy where a lot of people who are outside of the threshold of housing trusts at the moment would get on the property ladder, an education policy to refocus civic in our education, policies to assist your children with transportation fare, because that is the reason why some are not send them to school 5 days a week, because they can't afford the fare. Making sure they have a meal at school. These are the things you voted against. And then look at what your children turn up to September morning. And then everybody is down on the children them. Children follow rule. Children follow rule. What rules? Follow the rules of the Prime Minister stealing from the public purse and using it to buy back vote from the same taxpayers. Follow the rules of the badman government that the Prime Minister is promoting. Follow the corrupt rules of how this government has run our country for the last 10 years. Are those the rules you want them to follow? Because they live by example. Children live what they learn, isn't it? You have to be careful when you not talk about rule. Careful when you not talk about rule, and for the can be an example to the rules when I talk about. Rather than going at the children, you all should be going after the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Education. They are the people who you should be going after. They are the ones who can make it better, comfortable, and easier for our children to learn. They're in some very harsh learning environment at the moment, which is having an effect on them, regardless of how well they dress. Going into a shabby environment with unsanitary toilet facilities, lack of teachers, and lack of resources, no matter how well or how modest they dress, they still not gonna feel good. Them still not gonna learn well. You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it and go on somewhere else, but academic is not for you. If fashion is your top priority, then academic is not for you. So you need to go on. Go and find your passion. School administrators who come out of university to teach fashion. Go and find your passion. But certainly, academics isn't. Because we're falling backward in maths and literacy. Numeracy and literacy, we have fallen some dismal spaces, Arlene Scott. Because of these very school administrators and this very government who staff the school of resources, allow the brain drain to continue because they don't want to give teachers good pay. Broken down infrastructure and the responsibility, Barbara, the responsibility is placed on the children to solely follow a dress code rule. Is the dress code improving the grades? Ask yourself the question, you dunce principals. Is the fashion and the modesty increasing the grades? You principals and school administrators and teachers, you're all failures as well. You are passing and graduating failures. And that's an indictment on you as well. Major indictment upon you. Because you're there to teach bullshit. You're there to teach cow jump over the moon. You don't seem to understand what you're teaching because the children, them are come out zilch. That's enough a focus span. And stop being educated fools, as our Prime Minister and Commissioner of Police has turned out to be. Educated fools. And stop the nonsense, man. Stop the nonsense and leave the children them here and close alone and focus on what you're teaching them. Focus on the resource you're providing them. Focus on whether they have adequate teaching staff and resources, whether we are teaching them in a modern era. Slip away from the colonial curriculum. We have not changed the colonial curriculum. We still are teaching us slavery and colonization. And we expect we children them to step up in the modern era. Backwards education system. The responsibility is not for the children. So I'm not going to sit down here and blame the children when there's a massive failure coming from government and the school administrators. I want to make the thing mash up. Not the children them. The children them don't cause the school, the class, the schools them for run down. I know the children them cast qualified teachers with years of experience under them belt. Fear run left the system. Those are not the fault of the children or how the children dress. It is the fault of government. Both sides of the coin. It's the fault of government. It's the fault of school administrators who are only teaching for a dosh rather than teaching for the love of it. The love of the profession has gone from many of you school administrators, and that's why you cannot focus on academia. You can only focus on fashion. You bunch of useless dunce. Everything is the children's fault. What role do you play, school administrators and government, in the breakdown of education in our society? It will not fix with fashion. You're all wasting your time. Newsflash, you're wasting your time and fashion, you set of dunce. Anyway, I'm a 2 peas round corner sorted out. I want to get it out of the way. We come back for 5 o'clock. I know it's going to be 5 o'clock my time. The link set already, so I want a few hours for myself. We go cook my food and all that jazz. And then certainly we're going to come back for the People's Party press conference. No doubt they will be speaking on the election, and we will be giving information possible as to where they will go and all of this. So the link for the next program for 5 o'clock in our Jive Time slot is already prepared. So please do jump on into that link and hit the like button so it can send the program out in other thing. But we're coming back to cover the press conference, and we hope that you will be coming back to join us at 11 a.m. your time, 5 p.m. my time. So thank you very much for being here with us this morning on our early start. We did tell you we were going to come out and do a bit of program, then go back in, come back for press conference. When did you read the book History of Jamaica written by Clinton Black? No, I have not. I have not read that book. One thing we need to get back into our education system. We need to get back civic into our education system. And we need to stop teaching white colonial history in our school and focus on an Afrocentric education in history, rather than teaching Victoria, Charles, Elizabeth, and all those fuckers of murderers and rapists and pedophiles that we teach in our history in Jamaica. We need to reform how we teach history. Make Jamaica people can know about themselves, whence them come from, and know say them never start with slavery, so they don't have to be always subservient and sell them vote and say everybody as their master, as how Andrew Holness lead them by them belly. Anyway, thank you all for being here with us this morning. Please do join us back in the next few hours. Joan Bailey, how are you? Join us back in the next few hours when we will cover the People's National Party press conference. Thank you very much for being here this morning. Good morning from Global TV.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when my life matters, God. we speak. Wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside a rub and cheat. And no first and for. Make up what I seen to. Big him and throw and stone. And they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big him and throw and stone. And they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man show and stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show and stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red.
We will save you some Debbie, but that's stew peas made with stew peas and chicken foot.
I sell out Babylon. Yes, stop on the Friday. You might show and stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing. You might show and stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and show and stone. And it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big him and show and stone. And it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman show and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.